Yeah, a lot of people probably doing some traveling today and over the next couple of days. Yeah, so we do have some weather to talk about actually, and we've got a lot of cloud cover, a little bit of fog as well, and so visibilities have been reduced and the ceilings are very low, but we actually have lots of sunshine out in the panhandle. So it's kind of depends on where you are, where you're going, what kind of weather you're going to be experiencing. But today, certainly very dreary. We are down to 1 mile visibility here in Oklahoma City, but 10 miles across the north, and visibilities drop a little bit the farther south and east you go. And looking at next in live, we do have some light rain just to the south and east, but right over the heart of the metro, we do have areas of drizzle. So all of this that you're seeing streaming up from the south heading to the north, this is areas of very light drizzle and mist. You can kind of see that here on our American Fidelity camera. But over our Pike Pass Skycam network, we're still at 50 degrees with the help of that south wind right now at 11 miles an hour. Temperatures range from the low to mid 50s across north, even have some 60s though in Harper County, but low to mid 50s across the south with a south wind between about 10 to as much as around 25 miles an hour west of I-35. So right now the big picture just kind of showing things are pretty quiet across the central and southern plains. We've got moisture streaming up from the south, the cloud cover, some light rain, some drizzle, but our next storm system, it's actually in the northwest, and that's going to be dropping our way over the next couple of days. So here's tomorrow's setup. Here comes the low, and out ahead of it, still plenty of moisture to work with. But the better chance for any rain is actually going to be in the far south and east. I think there's still a decent chance we do get some rain here in Oklahoma City, but it's going to be kind of similar to today, where it's going to be very light, possibly even just a lot of drizzle at times. And on the backside of this, we've got talking about some snow over Colorado and in parts of New Mexico. And again, as we get into tomorrow night, this is going to start to wind down a little bit, but by Friday, here it comes again. The moisture still coming up from the south, and again, the air of low pressure, it's going to be over the Texas Panhandle. So it's going to be a slow mover. It's going to take a while before it does move out of here. On the back side of this, again, it's going to be colder. So by the time we get into Friday night to Saturday morning, there could even be a light wintry mix in far western, northwest Oklahoma, and that does include the Panhandle, where we could see maybe a little bit of light snow. But in the Panhandle, I certainly wouldn't expect more than an inch or so, and in western Oklahoma, probably won't see any accumulation whatsoever. So if you are doing any traveling really across the country, things are looking pretty quiet. Where we could run into some minor issues today is going to be in the far northwest and probably around parts like Rapid City and just Salt Lake City. You can see Montana, Idaho, where we're kind of in that moderate category. But tomorrow, you see the moderate category in western Oklahoma and in the Panhandle. I think they're just kind of playing it safe right now because there is going to be that slight chance of a light wintry mix by tomorrow night and into Friday morning, and kind of the same thing as we get into Friday night to Saturday morning. Today, though, looking for a high of about 53 degrees in Oklahoma City. So temperatures really not moving a whole lot today. Upper 50s and low 60s across north, mid and upper 50s generally across the south. The drizzle continues across central Oklahoma. Light rain has a better chance in eastern Oklahoma. Overnight and into tomorrow morning, a chance of light rain across central and northern half of the state, but rain's going to be a lot more likely across the far east. Overnight tonight, temperatures only dropping into the mid and upper 40s, low 50s across the south. So again, temperatures really not moving a whole lot. For your Thanksgiving Day, temperatures back in the low 50s with a north wind between about 10 to 20 miles an hour, but 40s out in far western Oklahoma. Tomorrow afternoon and evening, most of us will have a pretty decent chance of rain. The chance is going to be a little bit less to the north, but we're also going to have that chance of a light rain and snow mix out in the Panhandle. So if you're headed out by Friday morning for Black Friday, keep in mind, it's obviously going to be very cold. Temperatures staying in the upper 30s all the way through that time. By about mid to late morning, though, there is going to be the chance of maybe some light rain or drizzle. Friday afternoon, we're going to be in the low 50s. And Friday afternoon, there's still going to be a slight chance of light rain, with rain a lot more likely in the southwest. Saturday, it looks likely really all across the state that we're going to have some light rain, with snow still possible in the Panhandle. So how much are we looking at by the time it's all said and done? Well, amounts are actually starting to lessen from the data we were looking at over the past couple of days, but still looks like a decent rain over central, eastern, and southern Oklahoma. Next week is looking quieter and milder, at least temporarily.